Might be here for a while.
Why do you think we saw so few trades, especially
Uh, like you mean with the picks and whatnot? It was unique. I think it was a unique draft in the sense that I think after a certain level, people had their own lists, and I think they felt strongly about the picks. We were excited to get Hudson. We spent a lot of time looking at, trying to acquire more picks. Coming in, that was probably our number one priority. See if we could manufacture some more picks, but it was difficult, and ultimately nothing happened. So I think, people had talked for a while the depth of this draft and the strength of this draft, and I think people it was hard to pry any away. Excuse me. Just that I think people, they felt strong about players in certain areas. So our objective, our number one objective was seeing if we could manipulate some picks, and Hudson was the guy we were focused on, and seeing if maybe we could slide down a little bit, get him at a different spot. When that didn't materialize, we made the pick.
You others gave away two players for free, basically. As a manager, when the cap is like this, like, it takes by the curtain a little bit of like how frustrating it is, and that's not, you just can't move guys. It's
Yeah.
being given away for free.
We've seen it now for a while, and really, at the end of the day, we've had. I mean, let's call it what it is. There's been no cap growth, and salaries continue to rise. There's no cap growth. Something's got to give, and that's just the reality of it. So teams have had to make hard decisions, and it's difficult. But when I think 5 years ago we were at an 81.5 cap. We're going to be at an 83.5 cap. It's just a function of the business.
What compelled you to extend then David Camp? You have to make those decisions.
Yeah. Well, since I've gotten to Toronto, Chris, as you folks all know, we've got a lot of UFAs. We've had lots of discussion with them. We like the players. We haven't found numbers that work right now for us or the player, and you got to be very careful of falling in love with a player where all of a sudden the number gets to where it's not manageable. With David, two things. I like David a lot. The staff really likes David. It's a premier position. You look right now just look at the market to try to find centers is difficult. We felt it's a manageable number. His age, where he can play in the lineup, a lot of over the course of the last 2 years, he's played a lot of time in that 3C spot. I think there's some versatility to him. We found a deal that was able to work, and we did the deal.
How different is the dynamic?
Excuse me?
How different is the dynamic this year with the draft being so close to free agency?
Yeah, we might be in here. We might be all doing the free agency together. Yeah, it is what it is, but it's tight. You'd like to be able to go back from the draft, regroup, but it is what it is. We've known the schedule for a while. You deal with it, but it's tight, no question. I mean, it's a challenge, but we knew the rules coming in. I knew what the situation was coming in. Again, the difficulty right now, and I think you see it league wide. There hasn't been look at the number of pending UFAs and the number of signings. Again, we like our players. Prices are high right now, and it's got to fit. We've got obviously a situation to manage. We've got some guys higher up the food chain that require contracts, so we've got to be smart in how we look at things. And but that's league wide right now. You're not seeing a lot of signings. We'll see what happens over the next 48 hours.
With that in mind, are we going to be twiddling our thumbs on July 1st? Is it going to be like a
Yeah.
across the league? Is there more going to be July 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th?
Could be, right? And I've seen it before. I've been around enough to know that as close as free agency is right now, we still got a lot of time. Things can change. What you've seen in this marketplace with a lack of cap growth is, I mean, 5 years ago, July 1st, by July 2nd, you could hang the Gone Fishing sign up. It's done. I think you're going to see an elongated time frame. The first step in that is going to be the non-QOs that will come out in the next 24 hours. And I think you could see, that period probably, you could see it slip into later in July. You just have to see how things go.
Do you anticipate qualifying all your RFAs?
I'd love to tell you that. You know what? I do have the list. I just don't have it in front of me right now. So we'll get that out here shortly.
But the buyout window ends tomorrow. Is there any anticipation of Henry or any
Well, not right now. There's buyout window ends tomorrow. There is a second buyout window if you have any ARB cases. So we don't anticipate any activity on that front tomorrow.
Given what you talked about how the cap that when you took over to go into Brandon Pridham
Well, I think Brandon Pridham is one of the MVPs of this organization. So when you look at coming in here and there's lots of positives about this job, and when you look from a staffing perspective, Brandon's right at the top of the list. I've had a long relationship with Brandon. He's the best at what he does in the league. So to have him there was it's really, really important.
Brad, what was it like seeing him first half?
Yeah, it was interesting. My wife told me on the TV, I guess I came in a little hot. I came to the stage a little hot. I got to the stage and nobody was around me, so I was like, too many coffees. I was ready to go. No, it was what it is. The situation was what it was. We dealt with it, and we were able to, get things done. But it was what it was. I was. Where was I at the start of the draft? I was up in a suite. Good. Okay. Travel safe.
I would say the top, but he was in the range where we got him. Like I said, we targeted him, and happy to come away with him. Big engine, big motor, relentless, really strong intelligence on and off the puck. Early in his development curve, I think he's got a really long way to go.
What did you notice in his progression at the start of the season?
Yeah, it was quite impressive. I mean, he started off the year with limited minutes. Second half, progression every month, every game, all the way into the playoffs, really elevated. Like I said, I think he's really early in his development curve. And there's a lot of room for improvement, and I think we got a good one.
Well, with him and Hudson had really strong playoff runs. Was that something you valued, those playoff runs?
Yeah, similar to last year with Minton. I mean, it's obviously a big part of the year and very important to us when guys can elevate in big moments.
What do you like about how Hudson's skating?
Yeah, our area guys there, Darren Ritchie and Garth Malarchuk, really passionate about him and really happy to walk away with him. He's going to Providence, so he's got a good runway here. So we like him. He's long, he can move the puck, another upside guy that, we can see what he can do there in Lethbridge, and checks a lot of boxes for us.
Why do you think, or was there any consideration to try and trip down and get Easton later in the draft?
He was in the area where we wanted him, so some people may think we may have reached. But part of the job too is collecting intel. We knew a number of teams behind us had him high on their board, so he was our guy, and we took him. Good, thanks.